I just had a thought that I wanted to share because I realized that many of you here would be drivers yourself, and I want to hear what kind of opinions you may have in addition to what I'm getting ready to share. That is, I went to a restaurant that's in a shopping plaza type of thing, and right at this plaza, there's also a bigger retail store. And there was an emergency vehicle parked right in front of the entrance. But this entrance, not only did it have the ramp for handicapped folks, along with a mini pathway toward the front door, but it also had parking spaces right there. And the fire truck was blocking three cars. They couldn't back up if the driver was ready to go. However, right next to those three, there was like a Prius looking kind of car, that kind of body of vehicle. It's one of those long sedan looking cars that for some reason sit really low to the ground. I forget the name of the one that I saw. Like, I know cars pretty well. But anyway, this one was trying to back out, and it had just enough room to do so. The nose of the truck was not blocking her in any way, and she kept backing out slowly and backing out slowly and backing out slowly. But the fire truck was facing in the direction against traffic. And of course, as these folks are backing out, the side of the road that would be available is the side of the road where incoming traffic would be. So of course it's scary to be backing out with a huge blind spot. In addition, you're backing out into through traffic. So I observed them the entire time, just in case someone were to come over. I had every intention to honk. Fortunately, that didn't happen. The road remained pretty clear and they backed out. But that's where this video idea came from, that most people try to park in front of the building, as close to the building as possible, and this was in broad daylight. And I understand, like, it's not particularly safe to be walking down a parking lot, and it's just not ideal to haul things to a spot that's far away if you're a big shopper and you have a big order and you just have farther to go. Little things like that add up to my belief that I continuously express, which is make things simple, but also don't be afraid of the extra step, the extra mile. Because if you favor things that are easy and convenient, as you can see, that ease and that convenience in the end may have a bigger hidden cost. And like I've said before, this was a one probably in 1,000 chance that a fire truck was gonna have to pull up right there and stay right there for I don't know how long. But can you imagine if you began to chase down emergency services to be like, so your truck is blocking my spot. I can't get out of the parking spot. Hell no, I'm a waiter in that situation. If I were the one being blocked and this shit takes 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, then shit, I guess I lost my day. But there is no way I would have the guts to go up to someone who is trained to deal with an emergency to just be like, so your truck's on the way, and completely disregarding why those folks are here in the first place. Your lights are flashing on that truck. It's not about me. I'm not important. If I have to, I'll call somebody or walk. That's why I stay fit. But I know that someone out there would probably do that or has probably done that. Just be disrespectful about an emergency taking place. That's what I wanted to share here. It's like, there's a reason why I don't park all the way at the end of the parking lot, as to avoid people at all so they don't damage my car kind of mindset. But there's also a reason why I try to not be at the dead ass very front and center of the building, because there's a lot of traffic, but also you cannot predict what kind of traffic will come up. Sometimes there are buses pulling up in there, dropping off handicapped people, or other times, as you heard, there are emergency vehicles that have to make it to the front of the emergency. It's not like they're going to park all the way back there as to not inconvenience anybody, right? That doesn't make sense. So yeah, you guys, I thought I would share that story and that observation that I made and hear what you guys have to say. What are other things that you would say you would discourage someone from doing? Because the moment that you're doing it is fine, but there could be a hidden cost waiting for you. For me, I guess that would pretty much be the most immediate active example that I have. But this is one of those things that also makes me say I go the opposite direction of crowds, because crowds means something is likely to happen and I'm a go in, get out person. If that's going to upset me, how about if I try preventing it? But people nowadays, I feel, live as if you have to prevent inconveniences for them and they do not need to take any action whatsoever to avoid those inconveniences. I'm saying I'm okay if inconveniences happen, even if it doesn't leave me in the best of moods. But at the very least, if I tried my darnedest to avoid inconveniences, I will learn the lesson and be like, okay, my effort was a little fruitless this time around. But there's no way I could get pissed off about something like that. See what I mean? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.